All right, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone today? Here. Okay, so this shows the affiliate traffic for this week. And I did, again, for this week, 429, so 425 to 429. Perfect. And we can see about 1,135 had been sent. Now, what's cool about that is that doesn't mean 1,135 emails have been sent out. That means 1,135 people clicked the link in the email. That's very different. So for those that are sending traffic, please check your email platforms to see what percentage of your emails are being opened, what percentage are being clicked. I would imagine this is probably a 10%. So maybe 10,000 emails have already been sent out this week, which again, it's our inaugural week. It's orientation. That's really, really quite cool. I swapped out the names and just put numbers. So what you can see here, and I ordered it by the person that sent the most. What you can see is that one person is responsible for 634 of that, one person is responsible for 413 of it, then one person is responsible for 38, 23, 14, 10, 2, 1. What's cool about this is, again, it's only the first week. We haven't really, hey, everyone start sending emails. That's going to happen because in nudging anyone to do anything, it's the responsibility and obligation of the nudger to ensure that they're setting the person up for success. Because this is only the first week and I'm still, trying to see what can be better, trying to bring everyone's advice in, just many different layers of it. I want to make sure that I feel confident that if you do this, this will be the outcome. And I'm getting closer to that. So starting next week, I will be doing the nudging because 1:00 will be live webinars where I will lively be presenting. So when you send traffic to the page and the traffic is like, I really don't know what's going on, blah, 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 they're also going to receive an email. Hey, if you don't know what's going on, check out the live presentation. I'm going to be answering all your questions. The point being that member, that referrer, might say, well, I really don't know what's going on the site. This doesn't look right. I don't press things on sites. I don't click buttons. But now that I could actually ask the questions and I could see you presenting, it makes sense to me. Meaning there is going to be a natural rate of people who may not click, but will purchase because of a webinar. So it's at that moment that I'm able to nudge and say, okay, we feel quite confident that we have everything tended to, that if you send somebody here, we can take care of the rest. So that will start Monday. So I'll start nudging. In lieu of that, you can see that these rates are quite low. Now, this conversion rate is for sales. That's why it doesn't show for opt-ins. 0.4%. 3 on 413 is 0.6%. Okay. 2 on 38 is actually quite high. That's really, really good. That's about 5, 6, 7%. That's really, really good. So when you average it all out, what percentage are we really looking at here? So when we click over to the analytics side, we can look at the conversions. And again, we're looking at that one page, Meet TED. That's the lander page. We can see 8 goal is 0.8% over the entire amount of visitors, which is 1,003. So those other affiliates we're sending to RHINOBucks. So this is probably, this is the truest for the lander page. And we're seeing a little bit under 1% conversion. So does that mean we need to do better with copy? Do we need to prime the individual better that when they go to the page, they're not surprised? Like, for instance, if our email copy is, hey, do you like hamburgers? You're going to love hamburgers. Click this button and you go to a page about a salad. Well, yeah, your traffic, you went there, but that first email really didn't do justice. That email sets you up for failure because now the traffic went over looking for hamburgers, finding salad. They're obviously not going to convert or opt into anything. So there is a direct one-to-one relationship between the email copy and the page. So from my perspective, what this tells me is, Anthony, do a little better with the email copy. Maybe we could come up with something fresher. Maybe we come up with something that's more overt. If you click this page, you will see this. And when you see this, you should click this. That is your job. Now, I know that was very Anthony, don't ever tell people what they need to do. But along the lines of, if the goal is to have the individual click and opt in, well, then the email is really the precursor. The email is to filter out those that would click and those that wouldn't. So in the most respectful way, of course, it would be, And we have this amazing demo. It's TED. You could be one of the first 25,000. By clicking this button, you're going to be using TED, and you click the button right underneath it. That's what you need to do. And again, obviously not those words. But if we were more direct, more this is this, would this number be increased? Well, of course, because you're laying out the land for the person. For instance, if you say to someone, hey, you love burgers, click this button and you'll be in burger paradise. And then you go to a page that has like lettuce and tomato and bacon and cheese and a burger. The person that goes to the page is like, wow, this is like an homage to burgers. I feel really great. I don't really know what to do, though. Do I click the lettuce? Am I supposed to opt in? What am I really opting in for? Just you give me a picture of a burger and I'm going to give you my information. That doesn't even make sense to me. But if the email said yes, and upon going to the page, you're going to see all the different components, and you could click any component you want, opt into that component, and you're going to only get coupons for burgers that highlight that component. Maybe that is the value of the page, but how would anybody know that by coming to the page? They would have to know that before getting to the page. Now, when they get to the page, what are they looking for? They're looking for, oh, I love pickles. Where's pickles? Where's the pickles? Found it. Okay, cool. I'm going to opt in. So it just changes the behavior. And I'm doing this all on the fly. The reason being, and I've looked at these numbers earlier, but only in preparation for this call. So I've seen them maybe 2 minutes before this call, but I haven't actually taken a moment to analyze them. So the analysis is in real time. The point being, when I see this type of number, I realize that it's something to do with copy, because you have people clicking, but they're not being filtered appropriately. So I know from my perspective, I need to do better with that and give you that. And that's not saying, oh, well, you fell short. No, we're learning in real time. Something happens, you learn. And that's what I need to do today. Well, actually, let me go back to this. So what's cool about that is this is the analytics for your page sent by your traffic. And as you can see, Meet TED has that little period afterwards. That's how I've denoted the difference. Meet TED is my page. Now what you can see is I sent 188 and 13. So that's a 7% goal. 7% and 0.8% are very, very different. But what's the difference between what I'm doing and what you're doing? Well, I'm sending email updates every day. In fact, that could be corroborative of copy. The people that the recipients of the emails that I send that received this email and decided to click already knew what they were going to. They've been following along with TED. They were educated. They were not educated, but they were made aware. Meaning, very clearly, we can see over the same time period, over the same exact website, the difference in conversion rate comes down to who the traffic is. But once you click a button, you're there, right? It's like cold traffic versus warm traffic. It's only really relevant to get the person to click the button. Once they click the button, everyone has 2 feet. Once you're there, okay, how did I get to click the button? What was told to me to click this button? What am I expecting to click this button? Well, it doesn't matter. Once I'm there, now I'm in front of it. Now the conversation is, what was I expecting? What's in front of me? Does it make sense? Should I go forward? And what these numbers very clearly show you is that it does come down to copy. What are these individuals thinking when they click the page? This is by accident, right? I email every day, so I don't need to have like a really, really spectacular one-page copy because these individuals have been following along. That's a luxury that you earn over the years, and it's not like I have millions of people, right? Like that do that. The point being, this number could be confused and said, oh, well, I'm doing good, but you're not. But that's not the case. They're different people. What this number is telling us is we need to make sure that the individuals that click the button know what they're clicking and know what to expect. So I have to do better with that. But we're learning as we go, right? So let's go to the analytics engagement. Now, again, let's go to Meet TED, your page. And what we can see is there's 105 visitors. 86% of the visitors that you've sent have stayed for more than 10 seconds. In fact, the average time on the page is 4 minutes and 47 seconds, but that 86% that stayed after 10 seconds, their average time is 5 minutes and 32 seconds. That's a long time to be on a page. 44% scrolled down. And what you can see is this is the bottom of the page. This this doesn't count. This is there because we have a moving alert bar. But what you can see is 41% of your traffic gets all the way down to the bottom of the page, but 89% gets to TED, which means they're playing with TED, which means there should be a call to action button right here, right? So look at that. 89% are here, 41% are here. Now, granted, we have this bar that moves with the page, but you know what? Maybe this bar isn't that great on mobile. Maybe this takes up a lot of real estate. Maybe instead of that bar, we should just have a call to action button right here. I mean, that's what the numbers would say. 89% are sitting there. And in fact, 89% are sitting there for over 5 minutes. Why do we not have a button right here? Now, again, this is me yelling at myself because I'm looking at the numbers and it's very clear. This is something that needs to be done. So let's take a look at what my Meet TED page is. 188 people, 97% have stayed for more than 10 seconds. Of those people, the average time is 9 minutes and 2 seconds, 84% scroll down. So of my traffic, 81% get over here, or 72%, whatever number you want to use. But to look at this, 93% are over here. Shouldn't I have a button here? It's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that there's no button here. So what does that tell us? Well, it's corroborating what we had already learned, that the traffic that's coming to this page is learning on the fly with your leads, not with mine, because mine have been following along. And oh, by the way, when I say mine versus yours, I'm not glorifying mine. I'm actually doing the opposite. Because I'm doing such a poor job in terms of marketing, the numbers being good is a result of those that have been receptive to that such a poor job. Like, there are people that just want to, yeah, I'll follow you every day. I have free time for now. I have free time for 2 hours. That's certainly not the large percentage of the population. Now, Rhino loves that we have those people, but can I be doing better? I think this says it right away, because when you're allowing me to be introducing Rhino to new people, these numbers are half. They're 50%. They're 50% different. So I really think that email copy is very important, and I think that button is very important. I think these very clearly show that. All right, so I want to jump because I think we accomplished what we were set to do. I think I have to make those alterations, and I will make them. Again, this is now the alterations that will be in front of the nudging. So I want to go ahead and do that now. But really, really great job. I think everyone should continue sending. If you are of the opinion, well, Ant, we just kind of figured something out, so how about I don't send today and I'll start sending again tomorrow? That makes all the sense in the world to me. Starting next week, like I said, nudging is going to be something I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be sending emails out to bring more people in. I want to have these calls with more people in it. I want to have those 1 o'clock calls with sales being done. People get very excited for stuff, but I'm not one that will do something unless I feel comfortable that all of the A, B, and C steps are done. And I think we're very close to getting to Z. We're probably on X, Y, Z. Yeah. So letter 23 or something. But okay, this call doesn't need to be an hour to be fruitful. I think those 2 things that we've identified by analytics tell us the right and wrong answer. So love you all. Continue doing what you're doing. My expectation this week was that we would start sending emails yesterday. I did not expect to have 1,200 traffic already. We're already well ahead of where we need to be. So that's a good thing. And next week, we're going to kick so much butt. Love you all. And really great job. Seriously, guys. Thank you.